So when we're talking about biosignals, it is usually the electrical ones that spring to mind, such as ECG, EEG and EMG. However, depending on the circumstance, there are also different modalities that we could use instead. Well, today we're going to look at EMG and the alternative way of measuring muscular movement. Now, first of all, I'm going to connect 3 electrodes just over here, over the muscles that control the movements of my fingers. And then I'm going to squeeze this tennis ball here and see what signal we get out of this. So let's take the positive electrode, connect it here, the negative one, and grounds just under my wrist. Now remember that voltage is always measured between the positive and the negative input. Right, if I just take this tennis ball here and give it a quick squeeze, just a few times, and look at the screen. So we see that the signal here is actually very clean. And the reason for that is that I'm putting an awful lot of effort into squeezing this ball. Right, that's very good. So now let's just look at a different type of movement. A much softer movement, like for example just moving my index finger up and down a few times. Now we see that the signal that we're getting now is not that clean. It's actually getting lost in the overall noise. So now imagine that we wish to record muscle tremor or muscle tone when standing still. Well, doing it this way could prove really difficult. So what is the alternative that we have? Well, the alternative is this little device over here, which is called an accelerometer. So I'm going to connect this just here, attach it to the side of my finger with a bit of tape, and make sure that every time you are also attaching this to your finger that you're doing so in a vertical way, because the way the accelerometer works is that it registers the signal on the side of its surface. So I'll just repeat the same movements that I did before, just a few times, moving the finger up and down, and then just keeping it as still as possible. Well, this little device here is therefore absolutely ideal for this type of movement, just measuring muscle tone and muscle tremor. And for that reason, it is also widely used in applications such as gaming. On the other hand, if we do wish to measure the electrical activity of the muscles, then EMG is the way to do it. So in this clip, we had a look at EMG and the alternative way of measuring muscular movement. Now in the next clip, we're going to look at ECG and the alternatives that we have to that. Thank you for watching.